You'll notice the altar, we have the bread and wine from the communion, and we have the Bible, but we do not have the community of shaking hands, so we have to take care of that first. Now our display. This, as Pastor Susan said, this is the logo that we're going to be using during our stewardship campaign. Together we serve. We'll examine more of this more in depth in a minute. Our first Christian ancestors who were together we serve people were Simon, Andrew, James, and John. While mending their fishing nets, Jesus invited them to come with him and fish for people. As Jesus walked beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and his brother Andrew casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. Come follow me, Jesus said, and I will make you fishers of men. At once they left their nets and followed him. That's from Mark 1:16-18. Like the first disciples, we are called to serve with others. We are challenged to leave behind the past and commit our lives to serving Christ. The first disciples were lay people who accepted this challenge from Jesus to see ministry in new ways. We are to keep in mind that God calls all Christians to ministry in the world. Ministry not limited to clergy or only to people within our own church. In Mark 6, verse 7, Jesus calls the 12 and sends them out 2 by 2. This story reminds us that ministry is something we do in the company of others. It gives us great comfort to know that we are not alone in serving Christ, but act within a community of faith. Jesus' invitation continues today. Faith Church, come follow me and I will make you fishers of men. Together we serve to make a difference. In the next several weeks, we'll be asked to reflect on the areas of which we serve together. We will also be asked to nominate persons who you feel are models of service in each area. If, in your reflection, you realize that you are a model, we ask you to self-nominate. We don't want to forget anybody. We want to give everybody a chance to participate. These are the 5 categories we're going to be looking at now, and we're going to probably have to refer to the banner. We're going to start out with ministry in our church. We're looking for people, we'd like you to prayerfully consider this. We're looking for people who provide exemplary leadership in programs and ministries, who serves our circuit, district, state conference, and general conference. We're also looking for 1 or 2 or a dozen of the unheralded people in our church whose acts of kindness are often unknown or unacknowledged. Ministry in the community. We're looking for people, nominations, who provide exemplary leadership in service clubs, volunteer organizations. We also are interested if you work politically for the betterment of the community. We're looking for people who serve as a community volunteer to make a difference in people's lives. Ministry in the home. We're asking you to think about someone who provides exemplary models of the Christian home or opens their home to strangers. People who might be a foster or an adoptive parent, who is a single parent raising their children in spite of adversity, and if you are a member of a family or have a family that is struggling, still able to present to their children a Christian way of life. We'd like you to nominate those people. Ministry in the workplace. Looking for people who provide exemplary leadership and are highly respected in the workplace. Who work to bring equality and fair practices to the job. And people that are an advocate for their co-workers, modeling Christ-like behavior in the job and making sure that everyone's voice is heard. And the 5th category is ministry in the world. people who provide exemplary leadership outside of our community. We're not talking internationally, we're talking outside of our own little world here. We sometimes forget that there's a bigger world out there. We're looking for people who are exemplary in supporting global missions. People who influence legislature, college, or universities to set policies that mold or change our world. And people who help alleviate poverty or illness in the world. Now, this really isn't as much work as it may sound like. Each week, there will be a new presentation on one of those categories. Next week, the presentation will be on church. Each week, you'll be led through the process. There will be a card, very similar to the Connect card. There will be a different color, and you will be asked to nominate a person or yourself in that category. And after Pastor Susan gets a chance to explain in her sermon, you'll have a chance to do that. During the coming weeks, you'll be asked to think also about how successful our church is in already making a difference in various groups in our area, in our church. That will be more of a reflection question than a nomination question, but that is also coming up. Some dates to remember. You may have noticed in the fellowship hall there are 5 sign-up sheets. Those are for the presentations. Those are listed in front of you. We are trying very hard to make personal contact with every single member of the church. The easiest way is for us right now at this point, the most encompassing way is to have group meetings. And those meetings are 45 minutes to an hour. In those meetings, the budget will be explained, and various aspects of the stewardship campaign will be explained, and you will be given the chance to take a pledge card with you. We really would like everybody to attend one of these meetings. We have several during the week, and several during the evening, and several during the day. If at the end of these meetings you have not signed up or have not been contacted, you can be pretty sure that someone will contact you so that we can make personal contact with you. Another important date, Sunday, November 16th, recognizing models for ministry. There will be a brunch following worship. And for those of you that are going to be making nominations of people, this is where those people will be recognized. We want people to know that even though some people slip through the cracks, that some people don't get noticed, that perhaps what they're doing is quiet and unassuming, we still want people to know how vitally important that is to do it in a Christian manner. And therefore, we're trying to recognize as many people that are doing their really best. Our commitment Sunday will be November 23rd, and it is going to be a celebration. We will be receiving pledges, and we are hoping that we will be able to celebrate the successful completion of our stewardship campaign. Now, in conclusion, what can you or I do about this? A number of things. Be in church every Sunday, or as often as you can during this 5 or 6 weeks that are coming up. Participate in the program. Fill out your Ministry of All Christian cards each week. That's your nomination cards for people that fall into that category. We really would love everyone to pray for this program and for our church and attend the presentation. As I said, you probably will be contacted to make a personal visit if you can't make one of those. Decide how you will serve the Lord with your service and your financial support. Spend some time thinking about it. You will discover during this program that there are many, many, many ways to serve the church, to serve the Lord. One of those many ways is financial. It is not the only one. Fill out and return your commitment cards on Commitment Sunday. And to celebrate as we dedicate our financial pledges on Commitment Sunday. And make stewardship a daily practice. Now, as I said, it's a large group, a large amount of information you've received. We'll break it down into small pieces every week, and we are sincerely hoping that you will be excited about finally being able to recognize the person that you know that really has gone unnoticed. Thank you very much.